Alright, welcome to my little test island in Creative Continents, or Test Continent, I guess you would say. See some of the realistic foliage working over there, and some of the stylized foliage working over there. Also wearing a costume. This is the Ready Player Me system that is actually in this beta is more and more integrated and able to work more. So anyway, let's go downstairs here. We should probably make sure we clean up our mess before we go, right? I mean, that's just the right thing to do. So anyway, so bye, house. All right, well, let me hop on the official version and we'll talk about it. All right, so let's play some Creative Continents. This is the Stage 2 version that's currently on Steam. Like I said, there'll be some updates coming soon with the Ready Player Me. But as you can see, it has a new animation and a couple different things when you start up. I won't get into that. I'll let you see it in the game. And then we have settings, go outside, which is exit the game, and then settings, which is all your general video settings and things like that. Okay, and then we have creation mode. Before, if you played the early version, then you played with a seagull. Now we actually have a drone, and we have this terrain panel over here. So you can just pick a terrain and go ahead and start pulling it up and out. There are all these different terrains are completely usable, so you can just click and pull. Also, you can hide the panel, so you can just use this interface and pull out large chunks of land at the same time. Okay, and kind of want to show off some of the other stuff that we have going on here. So just pull up a few more little islands here so people can see. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about these three buttons here. So the save to edit is the first one you want to always hit. The reason for this is usually save to edit and load to edit will run fine without an issue, but when you hit save to travel mode after hitting save to edit, you'll usually get a crash. So see, we crashed the system. So let me reload and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back back in the game. So as you can see, we're back to the default island. Now the reason that I always say to hit save to edit first is because you can hit load from edit, and now the island's going to pop back up and you can edit it, change it, and hit save to edit again to update that. But if you haven't changed it, if you just want to load it to travel mode, you can, from now, you can do it here and it won't crash because, well, we're hoping. Okay, yeah, it didn't. It won't crash because you're not double stacking the save. Anytime you save and save again, it will sometimes crash the system. So you can save it to travel mode, but then if you save it to edit, that'll crash and then you can't pull it up to edit. So the best way to go is just for now save it to edit. I'm working on a system that will separate those two things so that it'll be able to run in conjunction with each other, and that will be coming soon. Real quick, I'll go over the tools as well. So we had the surface tool in the old version. The new version also has a sphere tool, which will just click whole chunks of land in, and a square tool. I will give the warning that they can be very quick. And then also you have a strength option now, and that's going to make the land rise a little quicker and a little sharper than it would normally. Okay, so there you go. Nice little ridge going there. Okay. And just to kind of show you, if I wanted to say, hey, I want that to be a cliff, I can go ahead and just make our little cliff here. Right, and then also you have a smoothing tool. So what this allows you to do is kind of create smoother transitions and hikeable capability and buildable, so you can kind of yeah, make it look that way, and then just kind of recover it up, and all of a sudden it's a cliff. All right, so go ahead and change a couple things out here. All right, so that's pretty much terraforming mode or creation mode. Let me go ahead and skip over, and we'll go ahead and jump over to travel mode. All right, so for now, when you go into travel mode, it's going to go straight to host a continent. But actually, I want to show what it's actually going to do. So when you click on travel mode, it will then ask you who you want to be through Ready Player Me. So you'll click on travel mode, and I'm just going to use video magic to make this happen. So I'm going to click on travel mode. Basically, you can pick a character type, you can sign in, and then actually use your character that you can keep, or you can customize one. So you can see that you have basically all sorts of custom cool options, and you'll be able to put your character in. Okay, that's horrible. I hope you don't put your character in that. Anyway, there you go. See? Alright, so let's go ahead and go into travel mode. You'll have two options here. You can either find an active continent, and this is going to show any continents that are on Steam, or if you use a LAN, you can do that as well. There is a map issue, so let's go to host continent, and you'll see here there's a notice about the map issue. Basically what it is the map is a save file. And I'm trying to find the best way to transfer that save file from server to client. At the same time doing Ready Player Me, at the same time also opening it up to Workshop for some of the building options and things like that, so that we can have people mod the game in the future. But anyway, right now, if you want to play it multiplayer, you can. But you and your friends all have to get the same continent.save file, and there is a README in the game folder that will show you or tell you exactly how to do that. I might eventually put out a video, but I'm hoping to solve that problem very soon. So you just go to the island and it'll pull it for you. Anyway, okay, so we'll start a new game. If you have LAN clicked, then it won't be seen on Steam. If you unclick that, it will be seen on Steam. So I put it over just to see if anybody ever comes in and says hi. I always leave my original island for now, so that you can come in. So now you can see our island loaded in. We've got kind of a foggy day going on. Now you have different menus for your inventory. So you start out with a backpack and an inventory, and you can build a bed, a building plan, and a crafting bench, and a bandage. So the building plan you can put in your inventory, and the crafting bench you can place, right? Like you've probably seen a bunch of games. But anyway, so with the building plan, you can pull that out, and now we have the ability to build, right? Oop, okay. And now we can go up to our crafting bench, and we have all sorts of different options. So what I'm going to do is build a bunch of stuff. Alright, so we're back, and I have loaded him up, given him all sorts of the toys. So like we have everything from a flashlight to the building plan, which then allows you to build pretty much as much whatever you'd like. So the building system does have three different components in it right now. Stone, wood, and metal. That's part of the original kit. I'm looking to expand this. I want to change the way that this works. So look for changes to this in the future. And then you have placeable items like a lamp and campfire and chest and things like that. Then you also have probably the items that everybody is more interested in is probably the volatile items. So you have shotgun, you have pistol, and then of course the M16. The M16 actually has multiple rates of fire. So I figured I'd finish up here while the sun is setting and the stars come out. So you can kind of see how far I've come with it. When I first started out the game, it really did start out because I was frustrated with like the survival games of the period, because they didn't give the flexibility that I wanted to see in there. Then I got into the whole map changing thing, and so this thing has morphed 100 billion times. Point being is that at this point I was hoping to have a lot more support for it, and it has not garnered that. So I am planning on kind of redirecting my life. So to kind of give you a backstory, about a year ago I said, okay, I'm going to try this. And I took my savings from my author work, and I basically went full bore into Unreal learning and putting this game together. And again, I'm incredibly proud of how far I've gotten with it. But at the same time, it's also not garnered the support that I'd hoped it would garner to be able to continue in this kind of full-time capacity. So I have to kind of take a step back and, do a couple different things day to day and turn this back into a hobby. So it might slow things down a little bit, but my commitment to making it a full release by November should still hold. That being said, the feature set really isn't that far away, and the bugs list isn't that long. So I'm hoping to go beyond some of the original ideas that I had. The modding capability I want to put in is very interesting, and there is some ideas of marrying the game with AI. But at this point, the game has become a passion project, and it is now just for me. So it's not so much that I'm looking for communication from other people and what they want in it anymore. It's more about what I'm going to put in it, and I hope that people who like it want to play it, and people who don't. I'll be real honest with you. The industry has been real cold. I didn't expect it to be quite this way. So it's been a bit perplexing, very emotional. But yeah, at this point, I'm kind of ready to turn it back into a hobby and let it be a hobby again. And I just want to build a game where you can play who you want and play anywhere you want. So I'll continue to do so, and kind of to give you an update on Creative Continents. Gonna switch over right now and give you a quick Ballz update, and then I'll do a wrap up. All right, so moving on to the Ballz update. Basically, Ballz came out in around January 15th. I couldn't track down the exact date. I did an update patch for it on February 8th, and then on February 18th, I released a demo level of Ballz. So that's out there too, so people can play it and check it out. It runs pretty solidly from what we can see. and everything works pretty good. I will quickly go through part of a little bit of a level here. So I'm going to go ahead and do our little level called F Your GPU. And we'll go ahead and kick off some of those and let them flow here. And I'll talk about it. So at this point, I do have some interest in seeing Ballz get to Epic's new online store. So I'm kind of looking into that. I'm also interested in seeing it hit PlayStation and Xbox. So I'm kind of experimenting with controllers and how that would all work. I've even looked at some new play modes, and things from Creative Continents have bled over, so there could definitely be some levels to add and things to do that way. And I've done a lot of research into this, but with anything Ballz, it's just a good thing to keep in mind that there's no hard set dates. This is always something that's kind of on the side if I'm going to do anything with it. All right, so that was the Ballz update. And we're back at Creative Continents Beta just in time for a sunset. So that's perfect time to tell you what's going on. But anyway, like I say, it's going to be more of a hobby thing at this point, which just means that I'm not going to really worry about pressures and that type of thing. I'm taking this game in the direction that I've always wanted to take it in. Back in November when I came out in early access, I felt some pressure to kind of change that philosophy. And so I'm very much doubling down on that, and I'll kind of just build the game that I want, and the reason that I was frustrated with games. And then if other people play it, okay. Anyway, well, hey, thanks very much for joining me for the roadmap here, and I hope everything works out.